Tonight, the water is cool and dark and very, very still. Somewhere beneath the surface of an ancient lake, something small and pink is drifting through the deep. It is smiling its secret smile. Come with me, little explorer. Tonight we are going down through the warm evening air, down past the lily pads and the cattails, down to the floor of a very old lake called Xochimilco. Say it slowly, Xochimilco. It sits in the heart of Mexico City, one of the largest cities on Earth, and it has been here for 1,000 years. The water down here smells of wet mud and green growing things. It is cool against your skin. Long shafts of morning light reach through the surface, turning the water amber and gold. Small silver fish dart between the roots of the floating gardens. A heron stands at the water's edge, perfectly still, watching the surface with tremendous patience. The story I want to tell you tonight is called Axel and the Vanishing Lake. But first, let us find Axel. He is an axolotl, an axolotl. The name comes from the Nahuatl language, the language of the ancient Aztec people, and it means water dog. Not because he barks or fetches sticks, but because he belongs to the water the way a dog belongs to a home. Axel is about 25 centimeters long. That is 10 inches, about the length of your hand spread wide. His body is smooth and soft, the palest pink like the inside of a shell. His eyes are gold, round and bright like two tiny lanterns. And his gills, 6 feathery plumes bursting from each side of his head, fanning out like a crown. They ripple and sway in the current. They are the most spectacular thing you have ever seen on a creature this small. And then there is the smile. His mouth curves gently upward, permanently, peacefully, as if he knows something wonderful that he is in no hurry to share. He is smiling his secret smile. Here is the first secret. Most creatures that begin in water change as they grow. Tadpoles become frogs. They grow legs, lose their tails, climb out of the water forever. But Axel keeps his gills. He keeps his wide baby face and his feathery crown. He grows wise on the inside, but on the outside he stays exactly as he is. Scientists call this neoteny, staying young while growing wise, the Peter Pan of the amphibian world. And here is the deeper secret. Axel was hunting one morning, drifting slowly along the sandy floor. He found a worm near a root. He opened his wide mouth, and the water rushed in and brought the worm with it. Then a small shrimp. He was content. Then the water shifted. A pressure wave. Something large. A tilapia, nearly 40 centimeters long, 16 inches. Silver, muscular, and quick. Tilapia were brought to this lake by people long ago, and now there are many of them. They eat axolotl eggs. They disturb the mud, and sometimes, in the dark, they bite. Axel pressed himself against the root of a chinampa, one of the ancient floating gardens that line the canals, and went still as stone. The tilapia passed. There was a small graze along Axel's side, a scrape, a fine line of broken skin. He found a quiet place in the shade of a water lily and rested. By the next morning, the graze was gone. Not healed with a scar, gone completely, as if it had never happened. Axel can do this with a graze. He can do it with a wound. He can regrow an entire leg, bone and muscle and skin, and leave no mark. He can mend his heart, his spinal cord, even parts of his brain. And when the healing is finished, there is nothing left to show anything was ever wrong. He heals the way morning comes, quietly, completely, without any fuss. He is smiling his secret smile. Now I want to tell you about the morning the old farmer came. He walked the bank of his chinampa the way he had every morning for 60 years. He stopped. He knelt at the water's edge, and there was Axel, looking back up at him. Golden eyes, feathery crown, that permanent, unhurried smile. The old farmer sat down on the bank. He did not move for a long time. He did not take a photograph. He did not call anyone over. He just sat, very quietly, and looked. And the axolotl looked back at him. Golden eyes meeting old eyes across the surface of the water in the first pale light of morning. His grandmother had called them the smiling ones. She had told him the lake was healthy as long as they were in it, that they were a sign, the way a clear sky is a sign of good weather. The smiling ones are here, so the water is good. He had not seen one in many years. The lake had been getting smaller, the water less clean, the tilapia more numerous. For a while, it seemed the smiling ones might vanish entirely. But people had not given up on this lake. The chinampa farmers set aside quiet stretches of canal where no one fished, where the water plants were allowed to grow back. Scientists brought young axolotls raised carefully in clean water and placed them in these protected reaches. And it was working. Slowly, quietly, the way all the best healing happens. Axel turned in the water, his tail moving in its long, gentle wave, and drifted back down into the cool, green dark below. The old farmer watched him go, and he was smiling. So tonight, as the city above grows quiet and the lights go out one by one, Axel is still there, drifting through the roots of the chinampa, his gills fanning softly, his golden eyes half closed. He is not worried. He is patient, the way wild things are patient, the way ancient lakes are patient. And he is smiling his secret smile. Do you wonder what he is smiling about? Good night, little explorer. The canals are quiet now. The water is still. And somewhere in the deep, in the roots and the mud and the slow green current, Axel is resting, whole and well and forever young. If you want to follow Axel and all the other extraordinary animals we explore together, come and find us at fenekie.com. That is FENEKIE.com. We will see you on the next adventure. Good night